A wrong text connected a struggling mother, her child, and a billionaire, and what happened next will leave you in tears. Hello, welcome and welcome back. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more uplifting stories. Now sit tight, relax, and enjoy. The apartment was quiet except for the restless sound of a baby's whimper. Naomi Johnson sat on a faded couch, its springs digging into her back. The glow of her cracked phone screen lit her tired face. She pressed the screen, staring at her bank balance. $3, her thumb hovered over the keyboard. Leah stirred in the crib, letting out a soft cry. Naomi swallowed hard and typed, "Daniel, I hate to ask again, but can you please send me $50 for Leah's formula? I get paid Friday. I'll pay you back." Her thumb hesitated, then hit send. She shut her eyes, shame rising hot in her throat. The baby cried louder. Naomi rocked the crib with one hand. "Shh, Mama will fix it. Just hold on, baby girl." The phone buzzed. She grabbed it fast. Relief turned to ice when she read, "I think you've got the wrong number. I'm not Daniel." Naomi froze. No. She quickly typed back, "I'm sorry. Please ignore that." She tossed the phone onto the couch and pulled her knees to her chest. Another failure. The phone buzzed again. "Will your baby be okay?" Naomi's head jerked toward it. A stranger. Why did he care? She typed with stiff fingers. "We'll manage. Sorry again." Another buzz. "I can help. No strings attached." Naomi stared at the words. Her chest rose and fell fast. She typed back, "No, I don't take money from strangers." This time the reply came slower. "Then don't think of me as a stranger. I'm Ethan. What formula does Leah need?" Naomi's eyes widened. Her heart raced. "How does he know Leah's name?" she whispered. Her thumb flew. "How do you know my baby's name?" Seconds ticked. Then, "You wrote it in your message." Naomi scrolled back. She had. She slumped against the couch. "Why would you even help me?" she whispered. Her phone buzzed. "Because once I couldn't save someone I loved. Maybe helping now is my second chance." Naomi sat frozen, the phone heavy in her hand. Her chest ached. She typed cautiously, "It's called Care Gentle. It's the only one Leah can keep down." The reply came quick. "What's your Cash App?" Naomi hesitated. Leah's cries grew sharper. She bit her lip, then typed it. A second later, her phone vibrated. She opened it. $500 received. Her breath caught. She pressed a hand to her mouth. Tears blurred her vision. Her thumbs shook as she typed, "This is too much. I can't." The reply cut in. "Think of it as a cushion. For the next few months, one less thing to worry about." Naomi's vision blurred with tears. She whispered to the empty room, "Thank you," then typed the same words. The final message made her shiver. "Take care of Leigh, Naomi." The next morning, her phone buzzed. "Hope you and Lee slept better. Would you meet me at Bright Tech? Nothing scary, just coffee. Daniel works with me. He mentioned your skills. I think I might have something for you." Naomi's stomach twisted. Bright Tech. Daniel had told her stories about the glass towers where he worked. Was this real or a trap? She typed back, "Why me?" The reply was simple. "Because I believe you deserve more than $3 in your account. Come tomorrow, 10 a.m. The receptionist will be waiting. Bring Lee if you need to." Naomi sat still, heart pounding. For the first time, she wondered if this wrong number might not have been wrong at all. The following Monday morning, Naomi stood in front of the tall glass building of Bright Edge. Her knees felt weak. She shifted Leah from one arm to the other while adjusting the strap of her worn bag. Leah cooed, tugging at Naomi's loose braid as if urging her forward. Inside the lobby, everything gleamed. White marble floors, glass walls, people in sleek suits moving like they belonged. Naomi swallowed. She didn't. "Miss Brooks?" A warm voice called. A woman with a neat bun and kind eyes approached, smiling at Leah. "I'm Claire. Mr. Knight asked me to bring you up." Naomi followed, clutching Leah closer as they stepped into the elevator. Her reflection in the mirrored walls betrayed the tremble in her hands. She whispered to herself, "It's just an interview. Just talk." The top floor opened into a quieter world. Soft carpets, muted lights, a wide hallway leading to a single office. Claire knocked once before pushing open the heavy door. The office wasn't what Naomi expected. Books lined the shelves, framed photographs rested on the desk, and by the wide window stood Ethan Knight. He turned, tall in a navy suit, his gaze softening the moment it landed on Leah. "She looks peaceful," he said, almost to himself. Naomi shifted nervously. "Mr. Knight." "Ethan," he corrected gently, extending his hand. His grip was steady, reassuring. "Thank you for coming." Naomi sat across from him, Leah wriggling in her lap. For a moment neither spoke. Ethan cleared his throat. "I know yesterday must have felt unusual. Sending money to a stranger isn't something I normally do." Naomi's lips tugged into a nervous smile. "And I don't normally take it." That broke the ice. They both chuckled softly. Then Ethan's expression sobered. "Yesterday was a hard day for me. It was the anniversary of my daughter's passing. She was 8. Cancer." He paused, eyes flickering to a photo on his desk. "When I got your message, it felt like a sign, a chance to help when I couldn't before." Naomi's chest tightened. She glanced at the photograph, an auburn-haired girl with a bright grin. She looked alive, full of sunshine. "I'm sorry," Naomi whispered. "I didn't mean to stir up." "You didn't," Ethan interrupted gently. "You reminded me what matters." He slid a folder across the desk. "We need someone to review our accounts for a short-term contract. It pays well, and Claire tells me you're qualified." Naomi opened the folder, her breath catching at the salary figure. More than she'd ever made, enough to clear rent and buy formula without begging anyone. I don't know what to say." "Say yes," Ethan replied softly. The days that followed unfolded like a dream Naomi didn't quite believe. A small room beside Ethan's office was cleared out for her, desk, computer, even a crib tucked in the corner for Leah. Claire often peeked in with toys or snacks. Sometimes Ethan passed by, pausing just to wave at Leah, his face lighting in ways Naomi noticed but didn't comment on. Leah noticed too. The little girl began squealing whenever Ethan appeared. She'd reach for him, tiny arms stretching until he'd give in and scoop her up. He carried her awkwardly at first, like a man who hadn't held a baby in years. But within days it was natural, her head on his shoulder, her giggles echoing against his chest. Naomi would glance up from her computer, smiling despite herself. Watching Ethan with Leah stirred something deep in her, something she hadn't let herself feel in years. One evening, as the office emptied, Naomi gathered her things. Ethan stood by the window, city lights flickering behind him. Leah, half asleep, nestled in his arms. "She trusts you," Naomi said quietly. Ethan looked down at the child, brushing a strand of hair from her forehead. His jaw tightened. "She reminds me of Emma, the way she grabs my tie like it's hers." He exhaled sharply, handing Leah back. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." "It's okay," Naomi whispered. "You don't have to apologize for loving her. Kids, they need that." Their eyes met for a moment too long, something unspoken passing between them before Naomi broke away. Weeks rolled on. Naomi's confidence grew in her work, and Ethan's presence became a steady rhythm in her life. He was firm, yet gentle, often offering small advice that made her feel seen. And always Leah was in the middle, her laughter stitching them together. Until the night it all almost fell apart. Naomi woke to Leah's cries, sharp, different. She lifted her daughter, but Leah's breathing was wrong, shallow, her lips tinged faintly blue. Panic surged. Naomi fumbled for her phone, dialing 911 with shaking hands. At the hospital, Naomi clutched Leah's tiny hand as doctors rushed around. Words blurred, severe allergic reaction, airway swelling. Rare condition. Naomi sobbed, helpless, her body trembling. And then a voice cut through. "Naomi!" Ethan burst into the ER, his tie undone, eyes frantic. He reached her, gripping her shoulders. "What happened?" She stopped breathing. Naomi choked, collapsing into him. "I don't know what to do." Ethan's face went pale as he looked at Leah on the gurney. His chest rose and fell with shallow breaths. This is what Emma had," he whispered, voice breaking. Naomi stared, stunned. "Your daughter." Ethan nodded slowly, eyes glassy. "Same allergy, same symptoms. And I couldn't save her." His hand trembled against his lips. "But I won't let it happen again." He moved closer to the doctors, his voice urgent but steady. recalling treatments, procedures, medications Emma had needed. The staff listened, adjusted, worked faster. Minutes stretched like hours until finally, Leah's tiny chest rose with a steady rhythm. Her cry filled the room, weak but alive. Naomi collapsed to her knees, tears pouring down. Ethan dropped beside her, pulling her into his arms, both of them shaking, both of them clinging to the sound of Leah's fragile breath. "She's okay," Ethan whispered hoarsely. "She's going to be okay." The days after the scare blurred into soft hospital lights and whispered prayers. Ethan stayed, never leaving Naomi's side. He brought food she couldn't eat, held Leah when she needed rest, sat in silence when words were too heavy. One night, Leah finally slept peacefully. Naomi sat by her bed, staring at the small chest rising and falling. Ethan sat across from her, his elbows on his knees, eyes tired but warm. "You saved her," Naomi whispered. "No," Ethan said, voice low. "You did. You fought for her. You didn't give up." Naomi shook her head. "You fought too. You remembered what Emma needed. You gave Leah a chance." Her voice cracked. "You gave me a chance." The room was quiet, the hum of machines filling the space. Naomi reached across the bed rail, her fingers brushing his. Ethan froze, then turned his hand, entwining his fingers with hers. "I lost one daughter," he said, eyes wet. "But maybe life is giving me another chance. With both of you." Naomi's heart pounded. She should pull away, but instead she held on tighter. When Leah was discharged, Ethan insisted on driving them home. The apartment Naomi once found too small suddenly felt filled. With toys he'd bought, groceries he'd stocked, warmth he carried with him. As Leah crawled on the floor, giggling again, Ethan stood by the window. Naomi joined him, arms folded. "She's tough," he said softly. "She gets it from me," Naomi teased, then turned serious. "Ethan, I don't know what we are. I don't want to take advantage of your kindness." Ethan turned, his gaze steady. "Naomi, this isn't kindness. It's need. I need this. I need you. And Leah." Naomi's breath caught. For a long moment, silence stretched between them, broken only by Leah's squeal as she pulled herself upright by the couch. Naomi smiled through tears. "Then maybe," she whispered, "we need you too." Ethan's hand brushed hers, then held it firmly, as if he wasn't letting go this time. For the first time in years, Naomi felt safe. For the first time in years, Ethan felt whole. And for the first time ever, Leah had a father's arms waiting for her. If this story moved you, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more inspiring and emotional journeys. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We treasure every message from you. Until we return, stay kind, stay hopeful, and stay with us.